So, good evening, everyone. Today, how is everyone doing? I hope you are doing all good, all well, and you are in tip top condition. Today, I'm back with another video. The topic for today's video is going to be the subjects that build thinking over building marks. Now, the main motto of this topic, which I have selected for today, is that in the curriculum, we can see that some subjects are designed to earn marks, like they are made or they are oriented or they are taught in a way that will get you maximum marks, and other subjects are there which are meant to teach you the thought process, or what we can say, the skills, or orientation based thinking, application based thinking. So the title of this video, as it suggests, the subjects which create thinking or which are oriented towards thinking over marks. But the topic is going to be related to that. But the main thing is that I will tell you how to study those subjects for thought process, for for the purpose of thinking. So if you are comfortable, get comfortable, watch it on 2x. If you are okay with it, you can cover the content faster. I will go in English, I will go in plain simple English, and I will tell you all the information which I have learned in my last 17 years. So let us first start. I will list down the subject. I will start from 10th 10th and 11th subjects. I will combine them. So first of all, the subject that stands out the most in marks, I will go according to the order, is a language. Any language. I will consider in language English, Marathi, Hindi, these three languages. After language, I will once cross check if you can see. Yep, you can see it. It is just a bit too high. Or what I will do, I will rewrite it again so that you will be better able to see it. I will write it in bigger handwriting as well. Language. Within this, I have included English. E should be capital. My English teacher will beat me. Within this, you have Hindi, and within this, you have Marathi. Marathi. I will write it in bracket. English, Hindi, Marathi. These are the language. Then moving on to the core subjects, we have social science. Within social science, again we have four subjects in it. First comes to mind is civics, second history, third geography, and the fourth is economics or economics. Then the next subject that comes to mind, the brother of social science, the science. Within this, again, three parts we will make it. We will have physics, chemistry, we will have biology. We will go according to the 10th way. We will not consider maths under science, we will consider it as a different subject. Then we have maths, language, social science, science, maths, and here I will write down the 11 subjects. Comparatively to this, only in 11th you will get an extra subject which is PE and CS, which is computer science and physical education, which students read mostly for marks as well. I will mention those as well. PE, physical education. Then we have CS, computer science, physical education, computer science. After that, we have economics, we have business studies, we have applied maths, we have entrepreneurship, which is a great subject in itself. Then, after that, we will take accountancy, and we have already covered English in the language, so I will not repeat it again in the 11th standard, though you can take it. Also, for that optional, Hindi is also present. I hope you can see it, and yes, you can. Very nice. So I will write the title, or I will write it afterwards. Don't worry about it. I will need it in the thumbnail so that I can get more click-through ratios. But that is irrespective of the point. Language. How does a language build your thought process? It builds your fluency. Your ability to communicate is based on your language. If I was to stand here in broken English, in broken Marathi, or in broken Hindi, then you will probably not listen to me because I will not sound sharp as a tack, enthusiastic, and on the ball, an expert. I will not sound like that. You will not listen to a person who does not speak correctly or who has incorrect grammar. So, the purpose of the language from the thought process, from the lens of life, to learn language, except for marks, other than marks, we can say, is to get more fluent. Till 10th, you get an opportunity to get more fluent in your language. Let it be English, Hindi, Marathi, your grammar, how you read certain essays, how you read certain chapters. The chapters give a new meaning to you, a new view on life. We can see if the chapter is influential and it is written by a great author, you will certainly enjoy learning language. So the motto behind learning a language which build thinking is philosophy. It will allow you to get philosophical. It will allow you to describe things beautifully in a landscape oriented way, where the mountains are green and tall, where the sun shines brightly and the rivers flow blue as the ocean. You can describe, you can get philosophical. Philosophy. Also, another reason to learn is getting fluent. English, fluent English will certainly help you. Fluent regional languages will also help you to connect with you. That is the main thing of language, is to get fluent. The more fluent you are, the more you can communicate, the more you can sell, the more you can earn. That is the basic thing. The how much your selling capacity, your ability to sell people will directly determine your ability to earn. Because if you can sell through your abilities, if you can sell yourself, you will automatically be a lot better off. So that is the first thing, becoming fluent. I cannot stress this enough, but if you are fluent, if you can communicate like a grand orator, if you are just that person who speaks on the dot, on the point, you are perspicacious, you note down everything which you very went wrong, and you try to correct those, you take the first step, you try to take the action, and you just don't only try, you commit, and you win it over. Learning a language, becoming fluent at it, becoming best at oratory skills. It is a skill, it is not just given into you, it is not accumulated, or it is not inherited by birth. It is learned, it is a skill, it can be developed. The ability to speak English in a fluent, in the rich tone, we can say, in the perfect tone, can be learned. It is not just given to you by birth, or it does not come to you by money. It is learned. That is the first thing. You get used to it. Come on. Becoming fluent language. In English, I will again stress this point. Please become fluent. The more fluent you are, the easier it will be. English, same thing. If you learn English, you will be able to communicate with the rest of the world. You will be able to cooperate. You will be able to. You must know the language, and you must be able to speak it in a way that will make people want to hear you always. Then we have Hindi. जहाँ आपको बोलने में कठिनाइयाँ नहीं आनी चाहिए, जब आप बहुत इजीली एकदम मस्त वे में कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हिंदी. अँड देन आपलं गावभाव मराठी. मराठीत बोलायचं, इमोशनली कनेक्ट होतात लोक, सगळे एकत्र होतात. मराठी मातृभाषा. I don't know if it will be auto translated in the subtitles. I hope it will be. I will check it once again if it is not. Then we have social science. In social science, we have again four branches, which are civics, history, geography, and economics, according to the 10th syllabus. Within civics, the main thing you will learn is about the constitution, the rules, the laws, the regulations, how it came into place, what the situation is in different countries. And when you learn civics as a subject, you will understand the basic things which will be taught to you. Like, for example, your rights, your fundamental rights, what is important, what is not. According to me, 10th civics did not stress on it enough as much as 8th and 9th civics did. 8th standard and 9th standard civics were completely based upon India's constitution. There was no comparison with two other countries or things. But if you learn, that is irrespective of the point, but if you learn civics or if you understand civics from an informative point of view, you will greatly benefit, because civics is such a language that it will help you throughout your life. It will help you build a thought process based upon the rules, the laws, the regulations, and if you interpret it correctly, you can start to see things, in my opinion, as a lawyer. You will not become a lawyer, that is the obvious thing. It is a full blown course it is, but you can start to get a point of view on how things were when India first became independent to how things are. That is civics. And if you get it done right from the start, like 8th, 9th, 10th, you will hit bang on. And you won't feel any difficulty in social science whatsoever. That is my guarantee to you. If you can understand it, the core concepts, it is easy. It is never hard. Then we have history. History is a very interesting subject. Many people see it as a very boring subject. I don't feel it is. When you start to learn history from a point of view as wisdom, because wisdom is the most important thing, she, that is wisdom, will be close to those who ask God for it. She always seeks, in the book of Proverbs it is written, she always seeks a home, and those who shall worship her, she will go there. And where God tells her to be, she will indeed go there. In the book of Proverbs, I think Proverbs 7 or Proverbs 16. It is a great book, by the way. It is just condensed wisdom given by God through King Solomon. So, history, that is. History is a very interesting subject. What history, when you learn it from a wisdom point of view or from the point of view of gaining information, gaining wisdom, gaining thought process. In 8th history, you will learn about a lot about British, how the England people came to rule, the East India Company came to rule, how their, we can say, rulings were. In 9th standard, the extended concept of that is involved, and in 10th standard, the world, the global history is involved. I urge you again, if you are in 10th, to please learn every subject from the point of view of gaining information, of gaining knowledge. Don't learn it from a point of view of examination. It will hurt you very much. It will not hurt you in the ways you expect it to. It indeed may not hurt you at all, but if you can, you won't miss out on the wisdom, on the knowledge. because spending 365 days on a subject for an examination that will last 3 hours is a trade, I can say. But when you learn it from the point of view of information, you have it for life, not just for 3 months. That is history. Learn it from the point of view of wisdom, get knowledge through it, develop a thought process through it. If what would wonder in history sometimes, if that would have happened, what would be the condition now? If that event would have happened in this way, what would have happened? Start thinking, develop your thought process, start to see patterns, start to catch patterns. That is history. Geography, same thing, similar to history. Learn it from the point of view of knowledge. Condensed geography of 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th will give you a much broader sense of what is around you, how the nature around you is. Learn geography from the point of view of knowledge, not from the point of view of examination. For example, in 10th, the first chapter which is there, the first point of that chapter is soils. What are the soils? What are the various types of land? Which land comes under which area? Who has the most crowded land? Who has the most, we can say, fertile land? Which crops are grown where? Every single information is given to you in that chapter of geography. When you come to understand that throughout the years, the cumulative effect of knowledge will compound in a way that you can't even imagine. If this is your graph, knowledge graph, it compounds exponentially. In starting, you may have this information, and then it starts to compound. And here it is exponential. Like from here to go here, it only takes you this much. But if you go from here to here, you can see the approximately half of this gap. It takes you this much time. And time spent on studies is not a waste of time, it is an investment into your knowledge, it is an investment in your future. That is geography. Then we have lovely subject, economics. Now, although I will argue that compared to 11th and 12th economics in commerce, it is not as detailed, and there is certainly not as much economics involved in it, but the thought process behind it, the basic assumption behind it, the basic things behind economies, the basic knowledge and the required material which will be there, like one two examples which stand out to mind currently is the one example of SHG, self help group. Now you may think, what is self-help group? It is a concept in class 10th economics. And I think it is in the last chapter or last second chapter. Very beautiful concept it is, about how rural women, especially women, men can also be involved, how they earn and they collect their money in a group and they lend out to others. And the point or the thing that stands out in SHG is that the follow, if any loan is given or if any deposit is there, or if any interest is to be claimed, the follow up on that is very strict and they know each other. This is a concept of SHG. Along with that, how banks work is also given in that. If you learn economics from the viewpoint of thinking, knowledge, you will certainly win. You will 100% get it done. That is economics. Then we have science. Now, as we have seen, language builds your fluency, your ability to communicate. Social science will build your thought process, your general awareness of what is going around you. What is going around you? Third thing is science. The main thing I learned about science is that it is completely application based. There is no substitute to it. It is completely application based. Completely application based. If this happens, if this property, this metal contains, and if it is burnt at this degree Celsius, what will happen? You either know the answer or you don't know the answer. If you know the answer, good, well done, you have applied some concept, you know that thing, you have worked hard on it, you know how to apply things. If suppose here x plus y whole square is there, and if any numerical comes, and if say 1 plus 2 bracket square is there, you might be the first person to use this here. Now, the amount which is inside it can be more or less. I'm not trying to say that 1 plus 2 you should do this, because it is quite frankly done orally. But this will build you application. If you are good at this, you can do application very, very, very easy. You will start to see patterns. You will start to develop a thought process which is action based, especially in physics numericals, physics concept. If this happened, and if it can be stated in physics, then it is truth. If any concept is there, it stays in physics. It cannot go past physics. It cannot break the laws of physics. That is the first thing. Second thing, chemistry. Think critical thinking. If this alkane is burnt at this degree Celsius, what will happen? You will get to know it through chemistry. It will build you critical ability of thinking. Thinking critically in that tense moments, just being able to be clear with your thoughts, writing them down, and just winning. Then we have biology. Very, very spooky subject, I can say. Very nice subject. Very, very nice subject. I liked it very much. Biology will tell you what happens in life. It will give you a general information on it. It will tell you what is life. It will tell you what the fundamental blocks of life is, in sense, in general sense. Biology is a very, very, very nice subject which is learned through calmness, peacefulness. I will write it down here. It just feels calm, it just feels peaceful. You complete it step by step by step by step, and you win at biology step by step by step by step. That is biology. If you understand biology, you will start to know. You will. I used, in my opinion, or in my case, I used biology, 10th biology, to understand things on a basic cellular level, and after that, that biology developed a self improvement aspect in me, or becoming detoxed, becoming healthy, biochemically healthy, getting rid of the chemicals, becoming getting a lot of know-how into how the body works, what is healthy, what is unhealthy, how the big, we can say, companies try to psyop you into taking their nutrients and supplements, which is completely not needed, because your ancestors 2000 years ago didn't take. Then we have maths. Again, maths and science with brothers. Maths will build you critical thinking. It will develop your thought process. You will start to see patterns. That is the most important thing in maths. If you work like really hard at maths, you will develop a sense of critical thinking, how to think, how to be sharp, how to not make silly mistakes, how to not assume you're one. This happened with me a lot. How to not assume you're one as your two. Now you might say one and two look the same. If I do this, 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 it will start looking the same. In some sense, you will stop making silly mistakes. You will understand the importance of accuracy. You will get to know what is the actual critical thinking, how to operate, how to attack, how to plan. You will learn it through maths. The more you practice maths, the more volume you do, the luckier you will get in maths, because every question that will come in the examination, you will have solved it, and you will solve it. And even if you have not solved it, your thought process will be so strong that you will be able to solve it no matter what. That is maths. Now, that was all based upon the 10 syllabus, from science to social science to maths to languages, English, Marathi, Hindi, to even the various minute aspects of social science, from history to geography to economics to civics. Next one we have is 11th part. This was from, I can say, 6th to 10th. From 6th to 10th, you had all of these subjects, and in 11th, science, commerce, arts, you know it very well. Arts will contain social science, same thing as here. Science will contain, obviously, it will contain science and languages. And in commerce, we have these subjects. In my opinion, the arts and science counterparts, they seem very much based upon the 6th to 10th part. So if you do your 6th to 10th flawlessly, you will not have any problem in 11th, 12th, and beyond that. In 11th commerce, though, things get different. In my Now I am in commerce, so I got to know a lot about the subjects, how to study, how to learn. If you have not seen the previous video, how I would study class 11th commerce again, please watch it. You will gain an insight into how commerce operates, at least in 11th and 12th. Okay, we'll start from the downside of accountancy. Accounting will give you an insight into how money flows, how you will manage it, how you will record it, how will it flow. Last time I gave an example of a balance sheet, trading, and P&L account. If you will expend this much, what will happen? What will be the phantom cash flow? You will start to see things if you understand accountancy in a cellular level to its core. That is accountancy. It will build you thought process. Every subject in commerce will build you thought process regardless of what it is. It is an application based field. You will win only if you get to know the things by heart. And even if you know them by heart, you need to apply them, and you need to win with it. That is the need. Then we have entrepreneurship, the, we can say, optional subject for applied maths. In entrepreneurship, you will get to know what systems to build, what to do, how to do marketing. Learning marketing mix was one of the topics in that. Then we have applied maths, same as maths, critical thinking, logic, mind, mindset, what to do when things aren't going right, how to control yourself, how to chill, and how to win. Then we have business studies, against counterpart, the brother of entrepreneurship, learning systems, theory, and just knowing how to operate a business. Entrepreneurship as well, knowing how to operate systems and how to operate businesses. Then we have economics. I have talked here. The same economics will be applied here in a pro level, in an application based level. You'll learn more about economics, you'll learn a lot more, and you will enjoy it thoroughly. That also I can guarantee you, if you get to know the concepts and get to learn it by its core, you will enjoy it very much. Then we have computer science, and we have physical education. Computer science, as much as I do not opt for the subject, but I did not opt for the subject of computer science. But from as much as I've seen, computer science is also an application based field, completely application based. I cannot say field, it is a subject. My bad about that. But it is completely based upon application. How you apply things, how you make them appear in a computer. It is based upon the computer of 6th to 10th. And if you know the basic computer skills from 6th to 10th, CS will be easy for you. No big of a deal. Physical education, again, you can use it into your way for biohacking, as I did in my way of using biology. Other than that, I have not, because I have not studied those subjects yet, I have not been able to get in touch with it. But from the rest, you can assume that this is how things go. You can try it for yourself, test things out for yourself, know what works, know what doesn't. And I hope, genuinely hope that you certainly win. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe. If you think the video that I talked about today is necessary for a certain person, if you think that person needs to know which subjects build thinking, which subjects build your thought process, just not your marks, and please send this video to that person. Do not be stingy. The more you help other people, the more help you will get yourself. That is the only thing I can say. Thank you very much, and may God be with you.